Hi, this is Mahesh Ravi, and in this particular video, we are going to take a look at how to use Canva to make your design case studies look impressive. So, a design case study or a design document is very important when you're trying to showcase your works to an employer. And nobody wants to see a bunch of work scattered around in a folder. They need a proper structure, a story, and it should be easy to understand. And it should be visually stunning as well. So, we are going to use Behance, and if you have been following my videos, you know that we are using Behance to document design stories. So, instead of documenting directly in Behance, there is a way that you can create your documentation using a different tool and then upload the images to Behance. There are some downsides to that process, but it will still keep your portfolios looking pretty awesome, right? So we'll try that method. We'll use Canva to document our project and then upload it to Behance and make it look really, really impressive, right? So let's get started. Before that, I just want to show you that I have a couple of assets that I'll be using for this project that I've already designed and made it ready. So when you're about to document a design project, so depending on the projects that you're working on, you will have the ready assets in here, and you're going to use that to build your story. So let's head to Canva. I'll start building a document. So I'm just going to go to create design, and we can use the presentation template. You can do this in Illustrator or Photoshop or any tool that you are actually comfortable with. The only thing that you have to remain is that don't upload the entire documentation as one single image. Make sure that you are splitting it into different pieces before you upload them to Behance. If you don't do that, if somebody clicks on your document, it will actually show the entire image, and it's just very hard to read and will annoy the employers, right? So even if you're using any other tool, make sure that you're slicing them up. So the advantage of Canva is that since it actually works in a slide format, it's already sliced, so you don't have to worry about slicing them later. So let's start creating or building our project. So I'm just going to, let's say, quickly do a design here. So we'll start with something like this, and So once you have made your document, this is just a sample. You need to be elaborate and you need to actually mention your story effectively here. So you can now export this as images. So I'm just going to go here and choose JPEG and I can download this. Now we have all the images right here in a folder, all the 7 images that we need to upload into Behance. Now let's build a cover image because that's the most important thing in a project. So we need to have a really, really good cover image. So what we're going to do is create a new project and then see. So let's say we go to Behance, right, and cover image size. And we can see that the cover image is basically this, right? This is a resolution that you need to have in a cover image. So what we're going to do is we will create this in Canva. We can use any tool that you want, but then I'm going to go and build this in Canva itself, right? So go to custom size and we'll enter 808 and 632, 808 and 632. Create a new design and we have a template for cover. So what we are going to do is we will build our cover image here. So we can make a mockup, we can take, so I think we have a pretty interesting image, which is right here. I think we can use this. So I'm going to take that, drop it right into our scene. And let's make it bigger, drop it right here. So we have this and it's an interesting image, right? So it will quickly attract the attention of people. We can actually add some more stuff there, like maybe to quickly give them a glance at what are the tools that we used for it. You can maybe add an icon here as well. So we used Photoshop and Dimension, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll just look for Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so we can take this one. It's ideal if you take a PNG image, right? So an icon without a background would actually work really well. So I think this would be perfect. And we also need Adobe Dimension. Okay. No, that's not a PNG. And yeah, so we have the icons for these two apps right now. We're going to go back to our cover image setup. We will add these two images right into the scene. Let's maybe put it somewhere on the top, something like this. Yeah, I think this looks pretty interesting. And if you want to watermark your stuff and all that, you can add additional details. There is no need to add the project name in here because that's already there in Behance, right? So if you go there, when you see a cover image, it's already there in Behance. So it will be a stupid idea to actually put something on here. So I think this is decent. We can actually go and export this, right? So just go to download and we can make it as a JPEG file and we can reduce the quality because if the quality of this JPEG is really high, it will not accept the cover image. So we'll keep it at 65 or something like that, export it. So we have a cover image. That is a separate thing, right? So now we are going to go to Behance and start the next stage where we will be uploading our project. So let's go here. Let's start building our project. You can text, you can put images there and all those things. But what we will do is we'll be uploading the images. So we'll go to images and we will select the entire set of images and click open, and it will take a while to upload everything. So when you're done that, you will notice that there is this gap in here, which is by default, it is there. And what you can do is if you go to styles here, you can reduce the content spacing. So this will seamlessly fit into your document and it will be a really interesting thing to go through, right? So you have a very interesting, good to look at document, which says that, okay, you are a designer and you know how to present your work, right? So once we've done all of that, it's time to actually publish it. So let's go and continue. And you can actually change the coverage. By default, it's going to take an image from the images that you already uploaded, but we already created an image for it, right? So we'll go to edit cover image and we are going to click on this plus sign to upload an image that we specifically designed for it. So let's go to the desktop and choose the cover image. Open that. And you can see that it perfectly fits in there with the description that we wanted and all that. So let's crop it. And we haven't given a project title, and that's the reason it's not showing there. So make sure that the project title that you are giving is something that anybody can understand, right? So what are we doing here? So it is identity design. So let's call it identity design. And you can see that on this title is also showing up. Identity design, and we'll say Dino. And this is an energy drink. So let's say energy drink as well. So you created identity design for Dino, which is an energy drink. That is what happens here. And you can actually add up the tags. So let's say design, start with something very simple, branding, logo, visual, and you can see suggestions here, visual identity, logo design, brand identity, visuals, marketing, maybe designer, random stuff where people will stumble upon your design. So we have 10 here. And what are the tools that we use? We can see Adobe Photoshop and choose that. Adobe Dimension, choose that. So we have the tools here. We also use Canva to document. You can mention that as well, right? So that's also there. How do you categorize this project? So it is going to be graphic design. We can see all fields here, and the most popular stuff will be here, and the entire list of projects which are available is going to be here. So we can go down and we can see branding is there, and is there something called logo? We'll go down and see logo design. So click done, and we have categorized our project. Make sure that the visibility is for everyone. And this project doesn't have any adult content, so don't tick it. And this is done, right? So just publish it. And your project is right now published. So if you go to your Behance profile, you will be able to see this project like this. This is the thumbnail that will basically attract people into your project, and when they go into it, they will be able to see a beautifully documented project, right? So I hope this actually gave you a sense of direction on how to actually document your project efficiently. The downside of this method is that SEO might not work correctly outside of Behance, because we don't have any text that Google can access this article with. So one of the things that I always do here in these kind of cases are that I will just add at the bottom of this project, I'll basically insert a text and I will add some random stuff like logo design, energy drink, so that Google can also do its SEO. Things like that. You can actually make this very small, and you can leave it right there, right? So your project is going to work really well. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon with another video. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.